250 million Muslims living in the country. How do we change their textbooks? The president is sending a very strong message. Think about it. Ironically, I get off a plane. I am the president's representative, and I am walking off with a yarmulke, and I have kosher food, and embassies will have kosher food. It is a game changer. The appointment is a game changer. And it's not about history. It's about education. And how do we educate? Indonesia has 350 million Muslims living in the country. How do we change their textbooks? How do we hold the people in Gaza accountable that if America is paying for UN textbooks and supposedly the changes are made, why are those textbooks not being used, and why are they using their old textbooks? We have to teach people it's not okay to educate your kids to be a martyr. Okay? And we have to hold those countries accountable. How do we battle anti-Semitism on the internet? How are we doing better on algorithms? What companies can we work with? We are going to have a whole division within the office of the Special Envoy to combat anti-Semitism that is going to work on technology and working with the greatest leaders in technology, many of whom are Jewish and have offered their assistance. The office is going to be revamped entirely to be one of the highest profile offices in the State Department, because that's what the secretary wants and that's what the president wants. So we are going to have a very, very strong mandate on education, on protecting people, and how are we able to make a huge difference in combating.
Many of them that are in the business world, which are Jewish, I'm going to say that, Jewish. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, who taught us the truth, who do rule well, starting from the apostles and the elders on down. What we just saw was a video of a so-called Jewish, we might as well say, because I done already said it. You have a video of a Jewish man complaining that there are a lot of Muslims out there, and he seeks to change their textbooks. Do you not know that the textbooks that we were raised up on, McGraw-Hill, do you not know that the father of Ghislaine Maxwell, who is now involved in that J. Epstein stuff, do you understand that Robert Maxwell, her father, was the owner of McGraw-Hill? And what did those textbooks show us? Those textbooks showed us nothing but lies. This man is complaining that they now have to re-educate everybody they take it upon themselves. They know what's better for you. They have to shift you from your thinking because they know what's better for me. The same people that own all these nasty, porn sites, the same people that push these gangster rap, the same people that push your woman to dress like a prostitute, they themselves are going to tell you what you need to think, starting from the beginning on up. And the scriptures warned us about this. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And that's what a lot of our people fail to understand. We are living in a wicked world. What do you mean when you say wicked? Well, you live in a place where you can't even let your kid watch TV. You can't even let your kid listen to music. You can't even let your kid walk down the street without seeing a billboard of some transmission dude that then had his, stuffed hot dog chopped off. Why? Because who told them to do that? Who told them to do that? Who put the poster that shows you him doing that? And then who told your child to walk down the street on his own because they didn't need you as a parent? These people. Who are these people? The guy said it. I'm not saying it. He said many of the people in charge that are Jewish. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Do you see Fox News? Do you see CNN being owned by any other minority? No. You see these people owning. Let's do a quick Google search. What percent of the world is Jewish? Let's see what Google says if my internet will load. It says Jews make up a very small percentage of the world's population. Oh my gosh. Around 0.2. Now, let's go to Genesis. What is that? Genesis 10? I will make your seed as the sand. KJV, Genesis. Because they are contrary. They are contrary to what Genesis 32:12. And thou says, I will surely do thee good and make thy seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude. Now, hold on a minute. The sand of the sea, that's a lot. I mean, when you think about the sand of the sea, if you ever picked up a fistful of sand, think about how many pieces of sand there was in your fist. Thousands of them. Now, imagine the whole beach. Imagine the whole sea. The scripture says that the children of Israel would be innumerable. There would be a lot of us. So why did we just read that these people are only 0. They're nothing. Oh my goodness. Let's get that. 2nd Ezra 6. What is that? 54? 54 KJV. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come ye all, because these Amalekites do come from Adam. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. So there's a separation. Those that come from all, and those whom Yahweh Shemashai has spoken. Let's get down to the point, 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falls from a vessel. These people are nothing. Look at that. Globally, they are nothing. But the same people that are nothing are not going to tell your kid what they have to think. Job 9:24, and I really want to drive this point home. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. They didn't earn this. The Romans they weren't special people. No, look at how the Romans washed their ass. First of all, they didn't wash their ass. They had a common sponge. They had common bathrooms. You'd go in there, you'd shit in front of somebody's face. Then you would watch that man take a sponge out of a bucket, shove it down, up and down his ass. And I hate to be graphic, but this is just the reality. Sometimes you got to be graphic. They would shove that fucking sponge up and down their ass cheeks, put it in the fucking bucket. Then these Romans would take that a lot of our people did, because they took upon the ways of the heathens. They would then take that same sponge, they would shove that shit sponge up and down their ass, then they'd put it in there. You mean to tell me these are the chosen people? You mean to tell me these are the smart people? You mean to tell me these are the people that created AI, Twitter, Facebook? No, you go back, you look at the same year that Facebook was made, was the same year that the CIA took down one of their programs that was following the population. These people don't have it because they have it. These people have it because it was given unto them. And when was it given them? It was given unto them in Genesis, the 27th chapter, around the 39th verse. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. In the same way that we see, what's that dude, that kid, Will Smith's son. I don't know his fucking name. But just as you see this little spoiled brat, and we see him in these nasty ass suits. I forget his name. Jared Smith. I forget his name. But the point, just like how we can see this kid and be like, man, this kid ain't shit. He didn't deserve it. We are looking at Esau Edom and saying he ain't shit. Why? Because he didn't deserve it. It was given to him. The same way that Will Smith became rich and then it was given to him is the same way that Esau, Edom, the world was given unto him. He covers the faces of the judges. And this is a beauty. I really want to hone in on the scripture. Because that man was going into talking about re-educating the world, man. Let's get that word educate. Educate. Educate etymology. Let's see what happens. I'm literally like 10 minutes from the door. I'm like 10 steps from the door, and this shit's still not loading up. Fucking Esau. Well, brothers can take my word for it. If not, then go and search it out, man. Go and search it out. That's fine. Go and search it out. Educate means to rear up. Educate means to bring up in a certain way that you want them to bring up. We have been brought up in a certain way. And Yahweh Shai has allowed these people to cover the faces and bring us up in a certain way. And that's why it asks you a question. If not, where and who is he? Did the so-called Chinese do it? Who changed the image of a so-called black man to a so-called white man? Who now you go back to that video now. I got this pulled up. Here you have this. A lot of words come to mind. But my shit might get banned. You have a European bald ass motherfucker over here, fat as fuck, sit on his fucking ass talking about he knows. This 300-pound man telling you that he knows what's better. Why? What? He has his head covered. Why does he have his head covered? Is that scriptural? The practice of wearing a yarmulke is a Talmudic custom, not a biblical command. These are the people, but they're not the people. And these are the people, and they're not the people. And they show you that they're not the people because they don't follow what the people of Yahweh Shai do. Fuck the... All right. What does the Talmud, because that's where they go, right? They go by the Talmud. What does the Talmud say about, for you Christians? What does the Talmud say about Jesus? Oh my God, it says they don't. There's boiling. Yeah, see that's it. Yes, the Babylonian Talmud describes a figure named Yeshu, often interpreted as Jesus, being punished in the afterlife by being boiled in shit. A punishment for mocking the... So these people that cover their heads, that follow the Talmud, they follow the same writing that says that your white Jesus boils in shit. And these are the people that are going to educate your kids. They got to go. See, as we bring these scriptures up, then we go into the scriptures and we tell you, Matthew 7:19, every tree that brings not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Why do we bring this up? Because men are likened unto trees in the scriptures. What did the blind man say to Yahweh Shai when Yahweh Shai gave him his vision? I see men walking as trees. Wasn't the king Nebuchadnezzar likened unto a tree in his dream? Of course he was. You shall be like a tree planted by still water. Men are likened unto trees. Says, wherefore by their fruits you shall know your tree. Not every... Well, I skipped it, man. What is it, 18? A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. And these people have brought nothing but evil fruit. You go back, people talk about the book burning during the Mustache Man's day. In the 1930s. People talk about the book burning days. What books were they burning? Nobody wants to go into that detail. What books were they burning and who wrote those books? The books that they were burning was books that talked about transmissions written by these people, man. They cannot bring forth good fruit, man. And that's why these people got to go. That's why 6 M's will never be enough money. If you know what I'm saying. Jeremiah 5:14. And this is what we're doing now. And I'm ending up with this. Jeremiah 5:14. Wherefore thus saith Yahweh Shemel Shai, the God of hosts, the God of armies. Because ye speak this word, because you can see it, because it's been revealed to you, because you're preaching the 100% truth, because you're taking a stand, because you have taken the staff of a watchman and you have warned your people. Behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire. What is the words of our mouth? The words of our mouth is to bring this place down. And when you go to Revelations, the 6th chapter, it talks about the incense that was filled with the prayers of the saints being sent up to Yahweh Shemel Shai. And when they were being sent up, there was a noise made. And what was the noise being made? It was Jeremiah 51, a destroying wind. I will make my words in thy mouth fire. And what is that fire? That fire, 2 Peter 3:10. That fire, 2 Ezra 16, 16:3, 13:6. Dysphoria, what's that word? Dyslexia. And this people would, and it shall devour them. And that's a prayer. Our prayer is that these people are devoured in front of our eyes. That's our prayer. Our prayer is that we would enter into his chambers, and that all the lies that this man is trying to push upon the world, all the lies that he pushed upon us, all the lies are being shoved down his throat. And why do we say that? Because what? Everybody can read the Bible and understand that the children of Israel went off and they had to be punished. I just showed you a video where the guy is going off. Doesn't he have to be punished? Of course he does. Proverbs 11, the first verse, talks about the Most High is a righteous judge, and unjust balance is a fallacy unto him, man. Roughly paraphrasing. We were judged, the so-called blacks, natives, and Hispanics, we've been judged. When will they be judged? I'll tell you when they'll be judged. Isaiah 63 is going to judge them. And that's our prayer. Until the next one, Yahweh Shemel Shai, Bashim Kadash, the water.